onto Colorado Boulevard, just got off of I-70. We were headed westbound, and this is what your drive looks like if this is where you are going to be going this morning. The side streets have much more snowpack than I-70. You can see that here, all of that brown snow. It's making it really hard to see where you're going, and it's hard to see kind of the lines, although there are little parts of the road where you can see the lines and kind of navigate around, but a lot of ice and snowpack on your drive. Most of that snow, though, has been pushed off to the side. We have seen so many snow plows on your city streets, specifically in Denver. So that's at least some good news. Hopefully your drive is not as messy as other drives that have come after snowstorms like the one that we saw last night into this morning. This is a particularly messy part of the road, though. We have seen some other parts of your Denver Metro Drive that look a lot better, specifically in the downtown area. We're going to head back towards that direction to see how things have improved or changed or whatever is happening in that area, so we will let you know. So let me give you a little rundown of what our drive has been. Again, if you're just joining us, we're on Colorado Boulevard. We just got off at I-70. We are headed south. So what we have seen is we started in the downtown area, and as I mentioned, we saw plows out, and things were actually pretty good. We are, keep in mind, in a big live truck, so even in those icy parts, we can kind of navigate them a lot better than some other cars out there that don't have four-wheel drive and even just some smaller vehicles. So we didn't experience a ton of icy spots, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. Once we got out of the Denver area or the downtown area, we went on to I-25 in the downtown area, and there was a ton of splashback. That was around 5:36 this morning, so about an hour ago. And that was the drive, the part of our drive that we saw the most splashback. So make sure if you have to drive in that area that you are ready for that. Make sure that you have good windshield wipers and enough windshield wiper fluid, because you will definitely need it. As we moved south on I-25, things were a lot more snow-packed on that stretch of the road. I-225 actually looked pretty good as we cut through Aurora. Then I-70 looked pretty good as well. But back here on the side streets again, Colorado Boulevard here, you can see that there is a lot of snowpack, a lot of volume on the roads too, which is something that we were surprised about, considering the fact that a lot of school districts, including the Denver School District, canceled. So we were thinking there weren't going to be as many people on the roads. That's not the case. We're still seeing a lot of volume. You could see it right here, which is kind of good because it forces you to be slow, to drive slow. And in these sorts of conditions, that's when problems happen, when people are driving obviously quickly in these sorts of icy areas. So that is at least some good news with the volume, but for everybody who's watching who has to get on the roads, just give yourself plenty of extra time to get to wherever you need to go so that you can move at these safe speeds through your drive. Colorado here approaching Bruce Randolph. There's a McDonald's next to us and a Church's Chicken. I'm really hungry, but we have work to do, so we will continue to trek forward. Snowpack, again, the big story this morning, at least on your side streets. CDOT has done a pretty good job with plowing the interstates, at least the ones that we have seen this morning, I-25, I-225, and I-70. We have Eddie Randall, who is taken over a different part of town. So if you're interested in seeing where he's at, I think he's in kind of the Littleton area. I know he was in Morrison not too long ago. So if that's your drive, he's the one to be following. I am going to handle your Denver city streets from this point forward here on Martin Luther King Boulevard and Colorado. So icy, snow-packed. You're going to see a lot of splashback too in certain areas of your drive, especially on your interstates. That's really the main problem on your interstates this morning and your highways, the splashback. So be prepared for that. The snow is lightly falling. It's not like what we saw overnight. So most of that accumulation, according to Kylie Burse, who's in for Marty this morning, most of the accumulation happened in the overnight hours. You will see a little bit of snow falling on your morning drive. Please take it slowly. Please give yourself plenty of extra time. You know the drill. We've done this before. Storms have been worse, but this one is a lot. It's going to have, I think, more of an impact on you than the one that we saw on Tuesday. So stay safe out there. We'll see you on air on Channel 20.